Welcome back everyone. In this video we will be looking at exam type question for linear algebra at achieve level. So the three skills that you will be needing is forming linear equations, graphing linear functions, calculating the answer to the problem presented, and communicating findings in context. If you need to review these skills, please do watch my previous videos. So here's the example we will be looking at. So it says, during the holiday season, Mr. and Mrs. Kumar are heading to the Bay of Islands and plan to take a scenic flight. They got three quotes from scenic flight companies at the Kerikeri airport. The quotes given below for two adults. So the fearless flights charge a booking fee of $20 plus 65 cents per minute flying. Kiwi Air has a flat fee of $65 for flights up to 2.5 hours, and the price quoted by Ritz Air is graphed below. So they are also given three options to choose from. So the first option is a quick 30-minute scenic flight, and the second option is 1 hour scenic flight, and the third option that they can choose is a full 2-hour scenic flight. So what you need to do in this task is depends on how much time they can take out for this activity. Recommend which company Mr. and Mrs. Kumar should choose, and give a reason why. You will need to clearly communicate your findings by showing full working. So your assessment will look similar to this, and what I will do is in this video I will just focus on the achieve bits, and then in the next video we will look at what's required for merit and excellence. So to answer this problem, we'll start off with the graph that's given to us. So in this case, the price quoted by Ritz Air is graphed. So we'll use this graph to find the equation that will model the charges for Ritz Air. To find the equation, we'll need the value of the slope as well as the y-intercept. So the slope is given by rise over run, and the rise value is 20. It's the difference between where it started. So it started at 40, it's gone to 60, so the difference is 20, and then across it's gone from 0 to 80. So we got 20 divided by 80 is 0.25, so that's the slope value. And then we can read of the y-intercept. The y-intercept value is 40. So putting these together in the slope-intercept form for the general equation for a straight line, please do make sure that you substitute the gradient and the y-intercept in the right spot. So gradient is 0.25, and the y-axis is cost. So cost is equal to 0.25 times the time in minutes plus 40, which is the y-intercept value. So this is the equation that models the quotation given by Ritz Air. So we'll do the same. We'll find the equation of fearless flights, and using the information they have supplied. So we still need two pieces of information for this as well. So we're given 65 cents per minute, and we know that that's the rate. So rate is 65 cents per minute, and that is the gradient value, which is 0.65. Please do make a note that it's in cents, and we are dealing with cost in dollars, so please do change cents to dollars. So in this case it's 0.65, and the booking fee will be the y-intercept value. So booking fee is $20, and then we'll put this information together, and we end up with the equation for fearless flights, which is 0.65 t plus 20. So now we're going to use the equation for fearless flights, and we'll try and draw the graph for fearless flight. Please do watch my previous videos on how to plot straight line graphs. So in this case, you can use a table of values and plot those points and join them to get a straight line. So you should end up with something like this. Once you've got the two graphs, we'll look at the third company, and the third company is Kiwi Air, and it says charging a flat fee of $65 for flights up to 2.5 hours. So that means the price is not changing, so it is constant for the first 2.5 hours of flight, and the cost is $65. So in this case we'll end up with a horizontal line. So that's the graph for Kiwi Air. Now I've got graphs for all the three companies. Now what we need to do is we need to find the cost of each company based on the three options that were given to Mr. and Mrs. Kumar. So here's the table that is already filled in for you. What I would suggest is if you can pause the video and try and work this one out yourself and see if your answer matches with what's given here. So what you need is, I'll do the first one here. So for example, if I'm looking at fearless flight, and if I'm looking at just having a quick scenic flight when the time is 30 minutes, so the cost given by fearless flight is using the equation that we have derived, so 0.65 times the time, and in this case it's 30 minutes plus 20 gives you $39.50. so that's the cost there, and we repeat the process. We know Kiwi Air is charging a flat fee of $65, so all of these will have the same cost. And then Ritz Air, the equation we are using is 0.25 t plus 40, and we basically do the same thing. So we go we grab the time value of 30, so go 0.25 times 30 plus 40 gives you $47.50, and then we repeat the process. Remember, the charges are per minute, and if I'm looking at 1 hour, 1 hour is 60 minutes, so we will be substituting 60 minutes in the t value. So 2 hours is 120 minutes. Please pause the video and try and fill in the table of values and see if your answers match with this one. So once you've done the calculations, then you need to recommend the company that they should choose. So if they plan to go for a quick scenic flight, which is for 30 minutes, then I will recommend Mr. and Mrs. Kumar to go with Fearless Flight, as it is the cheapest for this option, and you can clearly see that it's only $39.50 compared to the other two companies. And then if they have time and if they're planning to go for an hour, so 1 hour flight, then you will recommend them to go with Ritz Air, as it is the cheapest, which will only cost them $55 compared to the other two companies. And if they plan to go for a full scenic flight, which lasts for 2 hours, 120 minutes, then you will recommend them to go with Kiwi Air, as it is the cheapest for this option. So that's basically what's required for you to do to get Achieve. This is solid Achieve, by the way. You only need to demonstrate 3 different skills to get 3 credits. What you can also do is you can refer to the 3 different lines here that you have drawn. So we can see that at 50 minutes there is an intersection between these 2 lines here, Fearless and Rich Air. Likewise, at 100 minutes, the line intersects, the Kiwi Air intersects with the Ritz Air. So if I look at this line, red line is for Fearless flights, and that is always cheapest up to 50. And then from 50 to 100 minutes, Ritz Air is cheapest because that's the green line there. And then anything above 100 minutes is for Kiwi Air. So if you read the information from the graph, make sure you indicate those on the graph itself, because that's the requirement for communication part. So in this case, you can see that for 30 minutes of flying, if I draw a vertical line, it's touching the first graph, which is for Fearless flights. So this means that Fearless flights is the cheapest. And then likewise we can do the other one, which is for 60 minutes, which is the second option that they have, and it touches the green graph first, which is for Ritz Air. So you will recommend that Ritz Air is cheapest, and for 120 minutes the Kiwi Air is cheapest, as you can see here. So you can use this logic as well to answer the question, but if you need the exact values, then it's important for you to fill in the table of values and go from there. Hope this helps. So basic summary of what we have just covered. So we've looked at graphing linear functions, forming linear equations from the problem that's presented in context, and also we did some calculations and communicated findings in context. In the next video, I will go over the merit and excellence requirement for this paper. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.